Hi, everybody.
Hi. I'm Carpenter, and that's Brooke, Cary.
Yep, we're from Coca-Cola.
This is the Portland syrup plant. We make anything in a cup. We're part of the parent company, the Coca-Cola company out of Atlanta. There are 38 of us all together. We started in VPP, I think 2010. We're merit certified in 2011. Then we became STAR, and we were recertified last year. See one of my SGEs here, last year. And so it has been a great journey. And to Mark's point, I think part of the biggest thing is the networking and learning from each other, Shauna. But yeah, there's, we have the Northwest Territory. We are a union plant. The production and maintenance people are union. However, we haven't had a grievance in over 12, 15 years. We can't even remember, knock on wood.
So we lead every meeting with safety. We have a safety message of the day, and today's message, you can read it up there, ensure that all exits are clearly marked and free of obstructions. So we read the daily safety message at our morning startup meeting. So out on the floor with all of our production and maintenance associates, they all gather together and somebody reads the message. So, and then when we have our finance meeting, our safety meeting, it basically just, it keeps coming. So every meeting we have the same message, but we have a calendar, a monthly calendar with a different message each day. So
we're celebrating over 5.5 years without a lost time injury. However, to your point, we don't celebrate the dates anymore. We used to have big luncheons like at 100 days or whatever. We don't do that anymore. We celebrate behaviors. And so we don't even, we have a clock that keeps the number of days, but we don't.
It's not even discussed really anymore.
We just, that's not our focus. And that kind of, because years back, that was an issue. Nobody wanted to be the first person. And so we got out of that. So positive safety behaviors. Management, to Shauna's point, management has an active presence on the floor. They're all on the floor, and that builds the trust. We have managers, our general manager, down to supervisors. People are on the floor. And if they see you out there talking about safety, looking for things, safety team goes out, so that a visible presence is important. We also, unfortunately, there are safety alerts throughout the whole Coca-Cola North America system. If a plant experiences a recordable, they'll send out a safety alert. This is what happened in our plant. Look to see if you've got the same sort of incidents or anything that could happen. So this gets looked at the morning meeting too. They'll look at it and they'll say, shippers, can something like this happen here? And if so, what can we do to mitigate it? So the safety alerts are a really great way to share information. So if you have other plants, you can do that, maybe if you aren't already.
And we love to celebrate as well, just like at Key Knife. So we celebrate the safe work practices and behaviors. So we make sure that a budget is already planned in for the year. It's in our business plan. Recently, I was on an audit earlier this year, and one of the other SGEs had a safety Jeopardy game, and it was VPP related, so a lot of the questions were geared towards that. And it's in a PowerPoint template. He had no problem emailing it to me, and we played it for the first time last month, and it was a huge hit. We got those little buzzers from Staples, and we divided everybody up into teams, and they were going. It was a really fun day.
Our general manager was Alex Trebek. And he was taking it really seriously.
Yeah.
That has to be in the form of a question. It's like, okay.
And we got the music. We pulled up the music, so we had a double Jeopardy, a final Jeopardy. Yeah, it was a real fun event. So. But yeah, we're always looking for ways to update our training programs with games, hands-on activities. We really want things to be more interactive and engaging. That's kind of a focus when we go to these safety conferences, is we want to go to the training courses that really focus in on training and how to make it more effective. So we do our annual summer safety challenge. So the summertime is our busy time of year. More people are drinking soda. The demand goes up. So we wanted to really hone in on why safety is important during those busier times. So It started out as a corporate initiative, the Summer Safety Challenge. It was a 10-week program where a daily safety question was posted, and it was a competition. Everybody had to submit their answers. This year, they canceled it, but we decided that we really wanted to keep it going. So we pared it down to a 5-week challenge, and we made the questions more specific to our location. So our team loves this. It really gets, the friendly competition going. We give out prizes at the end. It's a really fun event for us. And then, like Shauna did, we participated in the Oregon Safety Break. So this year we invited Cliff to come in and give a speech on complacency in the workplace, which our group loved. And our management team barbecued lunch for them. And we passed that out, and it was we did T-shirts as well. So yep, it was our first year participating in the safety break. So we're hoping to do that again next year. And then we have our Safety Star recognition program. So we'll go into a little bit of detail on that here. Basically, it's that little piece on the side there. It looks kind of like a safety buck, but we call it a Safety Star. And each of our associates can get a Safety Star for any one of these action items: reporting a safety near miss, requesting an update to a job hazard analysis. We have a safety opportunity request program, so anybody can submit an opportunity request. If they have an improvement opportunity, it's just a paper form. They fill it out, turn it in, and they can get a star for that. If you see somebody doing something safe out on the floor, you can write one up and hand it to them. We do our morning stretching, so if somebody volunteers to take the lead on that. If they want to lead a safety training. Our safety team does our monthly inspections, but if they invite guests, the guests will get a Safety Star. For our daily calendar, if they submit a safety message for that, and then if they assist with a safety investigation. So we do a drawing at the end of the month of all the Safety Stars, and we have 3 prizes. We have 2 parking spots, which if anybody's ever been to our facility, the parking is a nightmare. We have a very small employee parking lot that doesn't fit all the employee cars even. So we have 2 VIP parking spots, which those are the real top prizes. And then we do a $50 Fred Meyer gift card. So we do that once a month. So, but like I said, the favorite prize is the parking spot. Nobody cares about the gift card.
Okay, our safety team has set meetings that are rarely moved. In the past, if something came up, we had a heavy production day, they'd move the meeting. Well, it just showed that safety wasn't that important. So when Brooke and I kind of started this journey, we said, no, the safety team meetings are the first Thursday at 1 o'clock of each month. And it pretty much has to be, something dire to move that, because I think we've only moved it once or twice, just maybe because a VP was coming in that day or something like that. But we do not move our meetings. The safety team also reviews and approves any equipment purchases and our process changes. We had a barrel tipper in our mixing department that we had just gone ahead and purchased, and without consulting them. And several members are on the safety team, and they came back and said, you know what, this just isn't working for us. And it was like, well, okay, and shame on us, we should have asked their opinion beforehand. Anyway, so we sent it back, and we got them what they needed. And so that's a part of their consultation with us, which is really important. They review all ergonomic recommendations to see if it's something that we want to do at the Portland plant. We've done quite a few things. One of the biggest things we did was automate. We do, McDonald's is our biggest customer, and we do classic containers, 75-gallon containers. Well, they also have hoses that go with that. So we sanitize and clean those hoses, but to do that, it was a real manual process, and it required, we have a lift, but there was a lot of this going on. So we ended up automating it. and we entered an ergonomic cup competition for the company. We came in second, which was kind of cool. That was in 2017. So.
But the safety team had a huge amount of input in the automation process and making sure that it was working for them. And we're still, you know, kind of working out some of the kinks. It wasn't perfect when, you know, the system was implemented. There's still some things that need to be changed. Well, so
yeah, we didn't realize that some people are 6'2", so it was a different. Yeah, we didn't factor that in. So, you know, but it's an ongoing, and the safety team realizes that.
Yep.
They're actively involved in the near miss process. We review it in the safety team if there's any near misses between meetings, and they'll look to see whatever the action plan was, and they alone determine whether it was good enough and can be closed. Okay, if the actions were, you know, verified to be effective. Okay, so it's not the management team, it's the safety team that says yes or no on that.
How many near miss reports do you get a week?
Maybe 1 or 2 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're pretty good about reporting. It's, you know.
Do you have a simple way to report near misses?
Usually just the
It's a verbal thing?
verbal, and then we have a
SharePoint site.
A SharePoint site that, you know, anybody that can access the SharePoint can type it in for them. Okay, and the SharePoint sends out an alert.
Anytime
So
it's
that,
changed.
Yeah, if something had changed, it sends an alert to the management team that, hey, something happened. You know, even though we're small, you know, you don't always know everything, you know, so that's kind of a cool feature. So, and also this year, the safety team is actively involved in evaluating our goals and objectives from the self-evaluation for 2018. In our last safety team meeting, I asked them, we went through each one, this is what we said we were going to do, how did we do? You know, and to the point, you know, there's a halo effect. You think, oh God, I think we're rocking this. And they were like, not quite. Yeah, I didn't see any of that happen.
And that you know, kind of rolls into a conversation of recommendations, like, hey, well, we can do this, we could do this. So, you know, Ann and I are there frantically taking notes, like trying to get all their ideas down as we're reviewing the self-evaluation. But, you know, just a round table trying to get together and brainstorm is a good idea.
Because it was really valuable, because I got my 2019 improvement ideas during this whole process. So it's going to be a fairly easy transition to go into 2019, because I've already got great ideas that we can put in there, which they'll also go through. And I don't know if anybody else is ISO certified, and yeah. Having the self-evaluation, there's your goals and objectives right there. We check it every month in management review. We have a hyperlink to see how we're doing. So it really kind of closely aligns with the ISO standard, which is nice.
So this is just some bullet points about our safety teams. So I think I mentioned earlier that our safety team does our monthly safety inspections. We try to invite guests. This year we've been a little slacking on inviting guests, but the idea is, especially if we have new employees, to make sure that they're included on one of the inspections so that they can kind of get an idea of what we're out there looking for. I actually went to the VPP conference in Alaska this year, and I presented a similar presentation to this one on maintaining momentum. So it's nice, you know, my company is willing to send me to these events and, you know, obviously pay for them. So it shows their commitment to me as a professional, that they're giving me the opportunity to do this. So Ann and I also went to the conference in Nashville, which was really fun. We made sure to take all of our notes that we took from each of the courses that we went to and present those to our safety team so that we can kind of work on, like I said earlier, the focus for us lately has been making our training more effective. So we were really trying to push that. We try to rotate the safety team members to attend the SHARP Alliance meetings, so this type of meeting. We hosted the October SHARP Alliance Region 1 meeting, and we did a tour of our facility, which doesn't happen very often. So we had lunch and then a roundtable discussion during that. And then from that, the Craft Brewing Alliance actually attended that SHARP meeting, and they requested to come back and do a tour with our maintenance department. So we hosted them again, and our technicians met with them, and they were able to spend a lot of time kind of going over their process. So all goes back to the networking, mentoring piece of it. So I wanted to include a few pictures of some things that we're doing. So 5S, we've kind of had a big push for 5S activities in our plant. And even just taking on a small project can really boost employee morale and take some pride in their work. So this is a picture of our maintenance shop. So we organized all those tool cabinets, made sure everything was labeled, and but yeah, giving them the opportunity to take on a project like this really instills some value and take pride.
And they have a lot of pride in this. If you could have seen it before this. Oh my God. Yeah, we should probably put I'd be ashamed to
Before.
put before and after. Yeah, 'cause
I'm not sure we want to share the before.
Yeah, it was so bad. But this is our pride and joy. That's our maintenance department, and our mechanics just, they love to take people in there. It's, because it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And then this is just the safety cabinet. So like I said, it doesn't have to be a big 5S project. You could do a small, organize your safety cabinet. Start small and work your way up. So take it into pieces. And then we have a Why Safety Matters to Me board, similar to Key Knife. Everybody fills out a page and includes personal pictures and a small piece about why they work safely. So we try to get every new associate. We're still working on a few lately. You kind of have to hound them a few times to get them to do it. It's like, well, we can make one for you, but we're not sure you want to see that. And then we have a bulletin board, Why Safety Matters. It has an employee spotlight, which actually has never been somebody from our own plant. It's usually
Another plant.
a corporate printed off employee spotlight, but we post our minutes, safety alerts, and then there's usually a safety moment, so a little blurb about
Weekly safety message from corporate or whatever.
Yeah. So, and I think that is it for us.